Hey everyone, Teresa here for the Petite project this week, and we're looking at style and taste and what's flattering this week. It's a valuable conversation to have because we're going to be talking about fit, of course, which we have been doing this whole year and will keep doing, but fit is actually really subjective. And this post is to get you to think a little bit about that. It's to get you to think a little bit about your preferences. And it's to clarify a few things. So in the number of Petite project surveys we've had so far, a few people have voiced concerns surrounding a pretty valuable conversation that is to do with things that are flattering, and that proportions may be out of size if you're petite, and things like that, and things that are flattering for their body shape or body type. I think it's important for me personally to voice that flattering is subjective. And I include a pretty personal conversation in the post today about why I think that is, and that I don't want any part in dictating to anybody how they should dress or how they should look, outside of encouraging people to dress in a way that makes them happy and makes them feel comfortable, and does the best that it can to ignore any sort of negative body issues or body images or any sort of negative self-talk that we might do to ourselves. So if you read this week's post, you'll get a little bit of a sense of what I was talking about with that. But I wanted to clarify that. I didn't want it to be presumed. I want to be very clear that this is body positive. This whole project is, that's the way I am, and that's what I want to share with everybody. So there's a few really cool, interesting posts talking about, quotes that I've included in the post today talking about fit and style and choices that we make along those lines. So I encourage you to check those out. It's kind of a short post this week, but one of the questions that I'm very curious to ask is, while I recognize that certainly aesthetics plays a role in how we subjectively determine what is or what is not flattering, aesthetics can be used as tools for you to either draw or repel attention when you wear something, right? There's certain fundamental tools that you can use within the elements and principles of art and design that you can use that way, that can function to, like I said, draw or repel attention. My concern is that I don't want to be prescriptive and tell people, you know, if you're this shape, then you have to dress that way, which unfortunately seems to be the majority of the sources out there. When they tell you information like, wear this type of shirt and it looks this sort of way, it's generally within a conversation where, if you're pear-shaped, dress this way. And I don't feel like they, first of all, explain themselves very well. And second of all, it plays a part in, to be honest, body shaming in a way. It's telling you how you're supposed to want to dress. And I don't want to play any part of that. But nevertheless, those tools exist, those aesthetics function, and we can have a conversation surrounding that. And I have a degree in art, and I practice that every day. It's what I do at work. I work in arts education in a museum, so I'm very happy to have that conversation with you. So my question for this week is, if you are indeed interested in having conversations surrounding aesthetics and body positivity within fashion, I'm very happy to have that conversation. There's plenty of room and time and space within the Knit Petite project this year to do that. So if you would indeed like to have that conversation, if you have any questions about that, if I haven't made myself clear at all, please let me know. You can comment on this video, or you can find me across all the social media, where I'm always very happy to answer any questions you may have. I hope it's as beautiful there where you are as it is where I am right here, right now, in my backyard. I've just been doing a little bit of gardening for the year, and I'm making plans for getting myself a nice little cozy spot to shoot some videos for the summer, at least, for the Knit Petite project. So all of that is to say, I hope you are engaged and excited and looking forward to what we're doing in the coming months. Next week, we're going to go over the survey results, which that survey is still open, just 2 questions. If you wouldn't mind filling it out or sharing it with anybody you think would be interested in participating in the Knit Petite project, it's just asking you what your petite fit issues are. We're going to go over those results next week, and then in May, we're going to start getting into the nitty-gritty of figuring out what the fit issues are we have, and some tactics that we can start using to applying that to the patterns that we choose, and maybe adjusting them and being prepared for when we get a pattern that you have to, or that you'll want to change X, Y, and Z on that pattern. So that's what's coming up. Like I said, please participate in the survey if you wouldn't mind, and if you have questions or if you want to answer the question of the week, let me know. Just answer below, or like I said, follow me and answer across all the social medias. I'm there generally as Canary Knits. I look forward to seeing you next week when I hope it's this lovely, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'll see you.